Ear training is that one thing that all musicians know that they should work on, but maybe don't know how or why they should work on it, and how it's actually applicable to, real musical life. Our ability to hear and to quickly identify different musical elements benefits so much in our familiarity with chords and progressions and jamming with others and composition and transcribing. It's literally like the key to it all. So working on this skill benefits many aspects, obviously. And there is one skill to work on specifically in ear training that benefits everything else, which is the ability to quickly identify a pitch and to find it on your instrument without guessing, right? We don't want to guess, and that's the whole point of this kind of training, so we can tune in and become familiar with the musical landscape. I'm going to take you through the system that I use to firstly identify a tone. We're going to be doing it in isolation, and then to quickly go through a process to find that tone without guessing. What we're looking at here is an ear training application called Sonofield. It's fantastic for many areas of ear training. However, today we'll be using it as an educational tool for it to generate drones for us. We're going to use those drones, isolate them, and then try to find them on the piano. Also, to clarify that the drones will always be somewhere in the bass register, somewhere down here in between this range. And that doesn't mean that we're always going to be finding the exact bass frequency notes. If an F is played down here, we can still find an F up here or here, for example. These are called octaves. So we'll be jumping around the register as well. So I'm going to play the first drone for us. I'll pick a note essentially at random. From there, we're going to be measuring. Am I too high or too low? If I'm too low, by how much? Like 7 half steps? Or is it just like maybe a little bit, like 2 half steps? And then we're going to repeat that process, pick note, measure, calculate, pick note, measure, calculate, until we arrive at the same generating tone. Okay, let's check out the first example. Okay, I'm going to pick a note. What do you think? Too high or too low? I feel like we're a little bit too high, but not by much. So I'm going to go down a whole step. What do you think? I think we're really, really close. So I'm going to go one more half step. You feel that? Whoosh. Clear. If I go one half step below, check this out. Very wavy, dissonant. So the note is E. Same process, I'm going to pick a note. Am I too high or too low? I feel like I'm too high, but not by much again. Got a little lucky there. I think that's the one. B flat. What do you think? Too high or too low? It may be hard to think about that because the bass is so low and I'm playing a note so much higher. However, this still has a relationship. And to me, I feel like we're slightly too low, actually, relative to this note. I think that's it. F sharp. We're too high or too low. We always do the same process. I feel like we're just a little bit too high. Got lucky again. I'm getting lucky with these guys. There it is. It's F. Let's pick a higher note now. Too high or too low? I feel like I'm too high, but not by much. That's feeling quite good, although I think that this note can actually trick us. There's another very consonant note, just meaning agreeable or pleasing. Octaves are the most consonant, and fifths are next. I'll be doing a whole video on this. I think we're getting tricked here, that this is actually a fifth. And if this is the fifth, what is this the fifth of? Well, B is the fifth of E, so I'm just going to pick E now. I think that's it. I'm intentionally demonstrating these other skills that are applicable to this kind of thing, which is the ability to hear intervals. I'm not just picking a note, moving, picking a note, moving. When I first started, that was all that I had to rely on. However, these days, that's not my exact process, to be honest. When I hear a note relative to a drone, I can feel that this note has a relationship to the drone, and I'm also considering that as well, just like I did with the example of playing B over top of E. I could hear that it was a fifth. Well, if that's a fifth, what is it the fifth of? The root note must be E. To try this on your own, I'll leave a link in the description for Sonofield. It's totally free to do so. And I went over to Free Play. I created a custom level. I'll just show you how I did that. So I came here and I just made sure that this one was selected. I save that, I call it custom. It'll bring up this. Click the button, it'll play a drone. You can use a piano, a guitar, a violin. It doesn't really matter, but this is a great way for a random drone to be generated and you to spend time trying to find that pitch. I always find this kind of stuff, honestly, pretty fun to do. There's something nice about finding something, right? It's like, oh, I kind of lost. Go through a process. I did it. I found it. It's like doing a puzzle or something like that. I could honestly talk endlessly about the benefits of doing this exercise. Sometimes I'll even be walking around, I don't know, the grocery store and I'll hear a certain chord, like, oh, that's the 4 minor chord or something. And the journey of developing your ear is honestly endless and a lot of fun too. And you'll see in your own life that time spent here will benefit many aspects of your own playing and creativity and musical fluency. If there's any ear training topics that you'd like me to cover specifically, please let me know in the comments below. I would actually love to do that for you. And I'll see you guys in the next one.